So let's test if the enemies get equipped with the default equipment I just set. Let's see. So this created a goblin and a slime. I mean slime. There. We have this enemy with one card. What type of card do we have here? A wood sword. Check that out. Okay, so it's a fusionable card. Okay. So the thing that's missing is the container. Oh, we have 2 errors. Weird. Anyway. What's this? 326. Oh, when it's destroyed. So we have this. We have equipped the card. So let's see. Item component container. Where is this used? Do we have a visitor? Anyway, let's do this. If this card equals is card SO? No, it's item card SO, right? Item card SO. If this is an item card SO, let's add add item components container. There. So let me see, how is this used? Okay, the thing is that there. So this needs check this a container, item components container. So I need to copy effects list, item component type. Effect component. Let's see, where's this used? Anyway. Let's do this. List count. Copy there. So with this I have let's do this. Return card brief. Oops, create a card. So equip new card. Let's do this. There. Or maybe I should pass a default equipment to this. There. Default equipment equals null. No, it must be here. Default equipment new there. So I have this and I pass it there. There. So with this default equipment, I have the default equipment and I have the get or no my item container dot effect list equals this copy effect list. So now I have this activate condition trigger, deactivate there, activation while, and this activation trigger there. The activation while. What else do I need? So I have these three. Condition, I'm not gonna use condition. What's condition exactly? Description, name. Title, type. Wait. This is item components container. Condition. I'm gonna delete it. I'm not gonna use it now, so maybe I'll use it in the future, but it's not going to be called condition. It's going to be called durability, maybe. So there. I copy the effects list, only fits an item card. There. Text. So I copy this. Doesn't have a combo item component. Alright. Equip new card. Created card. There. So this creates the copy default equipment configuration. Equip new card. So this should, okay, add item component container and copy the effects. And in these copies gets a new list. Okay, that should work. Let's try again. Okay, something's missing. Where is it? Oh. There we go. No issues found. Okay, something's bothering me about this. There. There a little bit like that. Okay, so let's see. There. Let's create. Okay, let's see if the enemy template. Let's see. So we have a goblin. There we go. That's a goblin. Let's see the cards. So there is obviously something missing there. Oh, that's a punch card. Oh, that's because I need to configure it. Depending on the day, let's delete this for now. Let's do this. Let's add. So the good thing is that the attack card was included. Okay. Let's try again. Let's get the cave. There we go. Let's see if the enemy goblin has all the... Oh, look at that, all the cards. So this is the punch, very well. This is the wood sword. That's the wood sword too. So it's missing the thing. What's wrong with this? Yes, it's unnecessary. Let's see. So this creates the card. Card is item. Let me check something. Is the card, is the iron sword item card SO? Yes. So it should create a new item component container. I forgot, of course. I forgot the container is not a component anymore. So of course I'm not finding it. I'm not finding it as a component because it's not a component anymore. So if I didn't get any errors, it means it works, I think. So I shouldn't need to change anything. There, let's see. Enemy template. There. That's the enemy. That's 3 cards. Where is it? My... Oh, let me check the debug. There we go. So this is effects. Oh, let's list this empty. So that means it's not really working as it should. The same with all of this. none. So this is a goblin. Look at that. Wait a second, maybe it's not configured. There, default element 0, so that's okay. Element 1, oh wait, there. So can I hide this one? Not hide. Okay, so it's fully configured, but didn't get saved. Default equipment. So that's the default equipment of combat entity type, default equipment list X. So the first one is the punch card for the goblin. The second one is a wood sword with all of these and an effect list like that. Why this doesn't work? Item components dot effect list. New list, add their list index, copy. So let's see, this has a copy, this has a copy, target value, target type and value. And let's see, do we have weak? Poison, so weak has a copy, good. Poison always has, okay, very well, should be working. Default equipment, copy list on the created card. Is item card SO. Okay, this should be working. Wait a second, I know why. That's because, check this out. Actually, there, see? Wait, add, no. If this is null, it gets overwritten only if it's null. So if it's not null, it doesn't get overwritten. So this shouldn't make any difference. I shouldn't add item. There. Oh, but this gets overwritten. This gets overwritten because it gets the gets this and replaces it. when it's visited. What's this? Card creator, set activation. Anyway, wait, maybe that's the problem. If it's not null, none, activation trigger is not. Oh, check this out. Oh, that's the problem. So this gets it set to 0. So, okay. That's the problem. That's the problem, because I removed the activation trigger event. Depending on how many cards have been given to the player, so I need to remove this somehow. But maybe I can do this only if the parent is a hero. Can I do that? What's this? Parent deck manager, parent entity being, and then I can get this. Okay, so I have this guy. If this parent entity dot combat entity type dot entity type equals entity being type equals 0. Only if it's a hero, do this. Okay, that should fix it. There, I'm gonna explain only if it's a hero. Set the activation event for the item to none, depending on number cards given. There. Items given counter. Used to motivate the use of combo cards. There. No changes applied. Okay. Let's see. Oops. Okay. What's the problem? Okay, so I need to recompile. Or maybe I should do this, switch to there. You know, yesterday I got a little bit sick and I was really tired. So this morning I was extremely, well, not extremely tired, but I didn't work too much because I needed to rest. And I guess today I felt a little bit tired, extra tired. So I didn't work that much, but overall I'm feeling better, much better. So I wish I could work a little bit more. But I need to work on the house too. Man, I think I can finish this today, you know? That's great. Actually, I did quite a few things. Yesterday, even though I mean, before I felt really bad, I completed like 2 things. They weren't too difficult, but still, I didn't waste my entire day, which is good. Oh, I did that. I did the UI. So I wish I could spend a little bit more time. I'm feeling good. What's your problem? Parent deck. So what's why? So let's see. Okay, so you got there. You got visited as a visitor. Okay. What's your problem? Parent deck manager. So the problem is this. So I guess the problem is when the cards are given to the player deck here. This one. Let's be specific. So your problem is with the wood swords. Yes. So the problem is the first wood sword. There. My deck manager. There. Card instantiate card template. Let's see, change parent. Okay, maybe here. There. So the parent is changed. Parent deck manager, and if the parent changes, oh wait, yes, I understand what's the problem now. So not always do we have an entity being. That's the problem. Oh, what? That's the thing. No, wait a second. Let's do if this not equals to null. There we go. Let's see if that fixed the issue. No changes applied. Well, apply them, please. There we go. Problem fixed. So the thing is, when these cards are created, there is no entity being. So that means I don't remember. So, oh yes, so if there is no entity being, there is no, I mean the player itself is not an entity being. That's the problem. So let's check this new parent. What? Punch attack. Okay, so now we have the problem with this guy. Okay, let's see. All right. So when I create and equip a new card, as you can see here, the parent deck manager isn't set. So why do I do that? Deck manager. On card dropped. Update layout and equip dragged. Switch card placement. Okay, so this is for controlling the interaction of the deck. So when a new card is given, I should be able to update the deck manager. Deck manager, no. Wait. So parent deck manager. So this guy doesn't have a deck manager. That's the issue. The player has a deck manager, but it doesn't have an entity being. The hero has both, but the enemy doesn't have a parent deck manager. What a thing. Maybe I can get it here. My equipables deck. My entity being. Maybe there. There. So let's try that. My equipables deck. So let me check. How can I differentiate between? So there. So the deck manager. There. Do I have a deck type? All right. There. Let's see deck type. Let's do a enemy. So for the hero, let's do this. This is much better. Or enemy, or do I have a boss maybe? Hero, player, or enemy. Okay, so the boss is an enemy, I guess. So this is only for the hero or the enemy. Parent deck manager. So this guy doesn't have a deck manager. He should have. He should have a deck manager. Enemy template. Equipables deck. So this guy gets added directly to the entity equipables deck. And doesn't have any deck manager. So this is useless because he doesn't have a deck manager. So there, I'm gonna, when an enemy is created, you'll see that there is no deck manager. I'm gonna get an error. There, right now. There, see? So this is, there is no deck manager there. That's the problem. So let's do, if there is a deck manager, then I want to know if this is a player. Actually, that's all I need to know. Player there. That's all I need. Now it's gonna work. Let's recompile. Let's make sure everything is saved. Let's close that. So now all the enemies should have the configured cards, and that should be it. If that works, I'm gonna play the Street Fighter 2 video where it says you win, perfect, and I'm gonna be really happy, and then I'm gonna scratch that that item in my to-do list, because it means that I completed it. Oh, there is a goblin, no errors. Did you see that? No errors. So let's make sure there. So let's see the cards. Let's check the debug mode. Let's check. Oh no, but check this out. This works. There, this works. There. Wait. Oh, this is none because there is already a activation triggers on the scriptable object itself, so this isn't used. But okay, this is working fine, but the effect list isn't working. I wonder why. I wonder why. So this works. This works. This part works. This part isn't working. I wonder why. Copy effect list. So this returns the new list and is passed to this guy. New list. So this should be null. It's null, but it doesn't get initialized or filled, I should say. There. Oh, wait a second. So when this guy gets visited. Okay. Add item components container. So if this is null, it adds the container. So let's do this for each. Wow, so you read my mind again. Very good. Effect dot text value okay. To enemy. Then let's do this. Okay. Let's just add a weird icon so I identify them easily. I need to actually go outside and do some work. Okay, but I'm getting really close to finishing. There. Whoop. There. Okay, let's see. Copy effect list. Okay, so they... Great, look at that. It works. So the effects get copied. Perfect. But not entirely perfect. Okay, let's see. So this is the slime. We have the... Okay, this is a punch card. No, it's not. It's a wood card. Okay, that's okay. There is none because I didn't configure it. Even if it's a wood sword. So let's see. We have the goblin. We only have 2 enemies. There, here, okay, village, okay. So we have 3 cards. The list is empty. And the list is empty. But here it's not empty. See, it's not empty. Show in inspector. Maybe that's the problem. Let's make this normal. Let's recompile. Let's try again. There we have the goblin. Enemy template. Oh, there. So this is the goblin. We have the card. It's working here. We have the... It doesn't show. It's not there. So let me see. My item components container. Okay, let's do this. Showing inspector. Showing inspector. There. So this is private set. And they're showing inspector. Serialize reference. It gets copied because this works. I know this works. So let's make sure this doesn't get overwritten somehow. What's this? Permanent effects count. What's this? Container execute. Okay. Okay. Copy. Copy effects list. So this works. This copy effect list works fine. Value, what's this? Permanent. So this is for the item component. But it's not an item component card, so it doesn't have any effect. What's this? An item component card for the fusionable card. Effect. Card prefab. What? Permanent. Okay, get random. So this, if it's a component card. What's this? Add effect card. So this node. Add effect cards. Okay. So I don't think it gets overwritten anywhere. So it should work. It should work. Can you go down? I don't think he can go down there. No, he can't go down. There he goes. Let's see. So that's a slime. That's our goblin. There we go. It's empty. Why is it empty? As you can see here, the effects get copied correctly, but in here it's empty. Okay, so I need to fix that. Where is this? Let's add this game object there. So I'm just gonna test that, and then I'm going to stop working for the day. But I would like to keep working. The thing is that it's getting late and there is no light left. The night is getting closer. That's the problem. There. There. Let me check. To enemy. What type of enemy is this? There. So this guy should have a weak card. Oh, that's the goblin, actually. This. So there, see? There. And this guy, that's a poison -2. Effect list empty. There we go. So but create card. Set visibility to false. So it reads correctly, man. Affects text, affects value. But then it gets empty. So this works fine, otherwise the effects shouldn't be zero, right? So there I added there. My equip card. There, well, I don't know. Tomorrow I'll figure it out. So let's add this. There, let's add it as a the effects list is empty after adding the effects, no, after copying the effects to the card. So the problem is enemy line 141, enemy CS 141. There, let's mark it as red. Okay, thanks for coming. See you tomorrow, I hope.